be the hearing problem if you get as close as you can.
Flight director, please go to 16. Flight, please go to 16.
If you just start out with you telling us your name.
Huh?
Can you tell us your name?
What my name is? Thomas W. Craig.
C-R-A-I-G?
Yeah.
Okay. What year were you born?
1895.
What's your birthday, the month and the day?
18th day of this month.
November. Where were you born?
Where was I born? Over it's about 6 miles over north, over on Jack's Fork.
North of...
On a farm.
What was your father's name?
John Craig.
And when was he born?
Well, now that's something I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's in the West.
What about your mother's name?
My mother, she is Crane. Her last name was Crane. Lou Crane.
Lou?
Uh-huh.
Where did you go to school?
What?
Where did you go to school at?
Where did I go to? Country school, they call it the Stallman School over north. The schoolhouse is sitting there yet.
Oh, yeah? What's your first memory?
Huh?
What's the first thing that you can remember?
First name
Well, the very first thing that you can remember when you were little.
Oh. I don't get your question.
He said, what was the first thing you can remember?
Oh. Well, it's something. This is the first thing that I remember. I was, I don't know, a little kid, and my mother had a bunch of chickens, little chickens, and I got me a handful of them. I remember going up to the porch. Mother was sitting on the porch. I said, I want some salt. And she said, what? I want some salt. Why, she says, what do you want salt? Salt my chicken. Now that's the first thing I ever remember. That was a heck of a thing.
How old were you at that time?
Huh?
How old were you?
Then? Well, I don't know. I was just a little bitty guy, just a little kid.
Can you remember your first Christmas that you got presents?
No, I don't remember my first Christmas.
Or what's the first one you remember?
Yeah. The first one that I remember, we didn't have nothing for Christmas. My dad didn't get to go to town on Christmas Eve to get anything. And I remember me and my brother, younger than I was, kind of sat back about it. We didn't get no candy.
What did you get the next year?
Huh?
What about the year after that? For Christmas, what did you get the next year? Or what's the first thing you can remember, presents you can get?
Well, I remember used to when after her mother died, why we'd go to Grandma Craig's or Grandma Ball's. To, on Christmas, they have dinner.
Can you remember how they decorated the Christmas tree?
Huh?
Can you remember the Christmas tree?
No.
No.
No, I didn't have no Christmas tree.
We'll jump up here a little bit.
That was when I was young, I'm talking about.
What about World War One?
Huh?
Can you remember when World War One started?
Yeah, I was in World War One.
Where did you enlist at, or were you drafted?
Well, I lived over here on the farm, about 6 miles from here. And
Were you in the Army?
huh?
Were you in the Army?
Was in, yeah, I was in doughboys, they called them back then.
Can you remember your outfit?
Yeah. It was, let's see, it was 133 his 82nd Division.
82nd?
Yeah, he's in 327 Infantry. And a company, a company. That's what I was in.
Where did you go into the Army at?
I take my training down in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Waco, Texas.
Waco. Can you remember the name of the fort?
The what?
Can you remember the name of the fort?
I was just a new outfit that put in to take care of they was needing a lot of people over there. And I wasn't in there long. They shipped me over to France.
Can you remember the name of the ship that you went over on?
Well, at that time it was next to the biggest ship there was in the world. But I don't remember the name of it.
How long did it take you to get overseas?
8 days. And this was a big ship that we was on. And there's a ship on the right, a smaller one, and one on the north. You see,
Yeah.
the big ship was in between them.
So it was a convoy?
Huh?
Was it a convoy?
No, they just did. And one morning we was about halfway across, and we got out on deck, and by doggies we was supposed to be going east, and we was coming west. The sun was coming up to our back, Well, we didn't know.
So that light set it off?
No, they're testing, I heard her say it.
Oh,
They're testing the fire alarm system, please disregard. They're testing the fire alarm system, please disregard.
There, maybe I got it tested.
where did you land at?
Where did I land? At Brest, France.
How was the food on the way over?
What?
What kind of food did they give you to eat on the ship?
Well, I tell you, I got seasick. Of course, the ship just smelled like old dead fish. You know, and the kitchen or where they fed was down lower, and I started down there one the first evening for supper, and I got sick, and I never did go down there. After that, why, I wasn't too bad, but they had a little commissary up there on that, and I'd go and buy stuff. I didn't have much money, but I never did go down to the kitchen and eat a meal. And I only had $4.50. Now, that's just what I had. And I'd buy stuff and come up, and the other boys were sick too, and I'd sell them this, and I'd make a little money on it, and I had my $4.50 when I got over there. That's a heck of a thing to say, but I did. For it.
They hadn't paid you before you left? Or
Huh?
They hadn't paid you before you left?
You hadn't been paid before you left?
Had what?
You hadn't been paid before you left?
Paid here?
Uh-huh.
No,
Before you started overseas, yeah.
I hadn't had no pay, but didn't have no money. I didn't have no pay for a long time after we got over there.
What kind of uniform did you have?
Uniform, I was khaki here, but after we got over there, it was wool, brown wool.
Oh, okay. They gave you a different uniform when you got there.
Huh?
They gave you a different uniform when you got there.
When we got over there, why, they give us wool, brown wool, khaki, or shirt and pants.
Can you remember the commander's name?
The what?
Can you remember your commanding officer's name?
No. No, I don't remember his name.
Was there anybody else in the unit from Missouri with you?
Yeah, was anybody else?
That you
Yeah, that went over there, you mean? Yeah, there's a woman here that her father was one of my buddies, you know, that he lived up there at Somerville, and he'd been going with my oldest sister, and of course I knowed him, but he went in, was drafted in 1 week before I was.
So you were drafted?
Huh?
You were drafted?
Yeah, I was drafted.
Okay.
I was married, I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was your wife's name?
Rachel,
What was her last name or maiden name?
Rachel Buff was her maiden name.
Okay. How long had you been married?
Been married about 5 months, I guess, something
Oh,
like
just
that.
before the war then. Now, was it 1917 or 1918 when you went across?
It was 1918.
Okay. Had you had any trouble with the flu while you were here in the United States?
The flu just hit there when I left here. It had just hit here, but I got over there and it had hit there, and I'm telling you, it was taking them. They put me on a detail to do something, a bunch of us, and we went by where they were supposed to be the sick people keep, and I'm telling you, along one side there's boxes about that high, just a big row of them. They were boxes that they put the dead people. They was dying that fast. But I didn't. I was lucky. One morning I'd been over there a few days. My throat was sore. I went down to the infirmary. He laid me on my back and he got a swab, just a swab on a stick, looked like, and he taking the iodine. The iodine over there was in little bottles, and they'd have to break the bottle. And he broke a bottle and soaked that in and swabbed my throat out. Now, maybe you think it didn't hurt, but I didn't get no, I never was a sicker day. My buddy, when we first got over there, we had called dog tents. Two went together, you know, and we used our gun. I used mine for one end, and he used his, and I had a half a sheet, a tent, and he carried the half. That's the way. Well, I went to bed with him one night, and we hadn't had no dinner or nothing yet. So he got sick, and I don't know, I got out and they had kitchens. They were just putting up kitchens there. And I hunted me a place where they was feeding, and I got a handout. And I went back and went in my bed, you know, and I never did see him anymore. He was sick that morning. They taken him out.
Did he have the flu, or?
Yeah, he had the flu.
How much were you being paid at that time?
Huh?
What was your Army pay a month?
How much did I get? $12.50, I think it was. I ain't for sure. But I think that's what I got. They taken out $15 of my money and put 15 to it and sent it to my wife, you see. Sent her $30 a month. And she didn't get that for 3 months.
Did you do lots of marching?
Huh?
Did you do a lot of marching? A lot of walking around France?
Did you march a lot?
Huh?
Did you march a lot?
Did my wife?
No. Did you march in the army? Did you march a lot?
Oh,
March.
walk. Mud. That's all we done was walk.
Was it muddy?
Huh?
Did it rain a lot?
Was there a lot of rain?
Rain, it rained every day, seemed like, you know. No, we done a lot of walking.
Did you go into the trenches?
Huh?
Did it take you up to the trenches?
Did they take me up
To the trenches? Up on the line?
the night they take me, you mean up in the front?
Yeah.
The night that they done that, that's the only time where I got to ride, was that night.
What you need?
I guess at first.
Yeah, I can just experiment again while you're doing that. That's still blinding you a lot, isn't it? I can move if it gets too bad. Okay.
We had gas things hung on our neck, you know. They was using poison gas on us over there, and we had a gas had carried around the neck, and you'd put a thing in your mouth, you know. So we had orders to how to put them on quick, you know. And the guys that was driving the teams, pulling the cannon and everything, the guys that drove them had orders that they had gas masks for the team too, you know. And they had to put when a gas shell come over, well, it sounded different to the others, and they had to put the gas thing on the team before they could put them on themselves.
Did you ever get gas?
No, I wasn't one of them. But as we went up that, I seen two teams along the road that had got gassed and killed. But that was the orders that the drivers got, that they had to put the gas thing on the team before they could put it on themselves.
What part?
Some of them were kicking about it, you know. They said some officer would tell them they had more men than they had horses. That's right.
What part of France were you in?
Huh?
What part of France were you in where the fighting was?
Where were you in France?
Where?
Where were you when you were fighting over there? Where were you?
Oh, in the Argonne Forest.
What do you remember about the Argonne?
What?
What do you remember about the Argonne?
They're not.
I don't know if I got it.
What do you remember about the Argonne Forest?
Well, as we come out, we moved us after we got in that front. We was there 24 hours. Then they moved us off onto another front, and we went through the Argonne Forest that the other outfit had taken. You see, I was just a replacement. My outfit was a replacement. They was, when we got out, why, there was 24 out of 250 men left in the company.
Is that your company or the other company?
That's all that got out when the armistice was signed. There were just 24 left. There's some of them come to us after that, though, not many. But there was just 24 out of 250 that was able to fight.
That was your company?
Huh?
That was out of your company?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my company.
What,
The company that I was put in, you see.
were you ever wounded?
Huh?
Were you ever wounded?
Were you wounded?
No, no.
Did you have any close calls?
Well, I don't know. I was close. I got through it and never got hurt. That's
What did you think of the German soldiers?
what?
What did you think of the German soldiers?
What did you think of the German soldiers?
Oh, what did I think of them?
Yes.
I didn't like them very well. But to be honest about it, they had to do just like we did. Them soldiers, they had to do that, or we had to do it. That's the way you can look at it. But it's just whoever won come out lucky is one. After I got in this place, there was a German boy that was in the army over there. Heck, I didn't hold nothing against him. He had to do it just like we did.
What about the German artillery?
Huh?
You remember much about the artillery fire? The German artillery?
Oh, heck.
Or barrages?
I don't
Do
know
you remember anything about the artillery firing?
about the artillery.
Uh-huh.
Well, when they were moving us from one to the other, to another place, is 3 days walk to get there. Well, during that time, they told us that there was the artillery 80 miles of that artillery that was fighting the Germans. They done they done the dirty work to them, all right. They went long till they give up. 80 miles of artillery. That's what they told us. That's all I know. We could hear them.
What did he sound like?
Like a thunder.
You remember any airplanes?
Plane. The only plane we heard was beating plane. The German plane, they dropped shell, there's gas shells down. We didn't have no planes over there that I ever seen.
What about tanks?
Huh?
What about tanks?
Where was it?
Did you have tanks?
Have what?
Tanks? Tanks. Did you have tanks over there?
Tanks?
Uh-huh.
No, we didn't have no tanks.
What kind of rifle did you have?
Springfield. Springfield was, but most of them had the Enfield. They was a little bit longer, but they wasn't as good a gun as a Springfield. They had to make them over here so fast. That's what they said. The difference was the old original gun was a Springfield. And then they called these new ones Enfield. It was, well, heck, after we got back over here, up in Wyoming, they had a lot of them up there that they put in grease, you know, and everything. They were 30-06 was just what they was, 30-06. Boy, they were deer rifles.
Did you have hand grenades?
Yeah.
Did you have hand grenades?
Yeah, you bet they had them.
Did you ever have to attack from a trench, go over the top?
That was a heck of a thing.
Did you have to go out of a trench up over the top of it to fight?
No,
Didn't have to?
it was. This boy that went over a week before I did, he was in a shell hole. He told me after he come back, in a shell hole, and another big shell come and buried him from down. He like to never got out.
What was his name?
Oh, I can't think of his name. I don't know. Bill was his first name. His daughter is here now, in here.
Huh. Did you see lots of German prisoners?
Huh?
Did you see a lot of German prisoners?
German prisoners. I've seen a lot after I come back over here. I worked a lot of them. We worked a lot of them up there in Wyoming after it was all over, and
This was in World War One?
Heck, some of them was good workers. The company that I worked with long up there, that was a long time after the war. But it was yet German prisoners.
Huh. Didn't know that.
That was after World War I?
Yeah, yeah, it was after World War One.
Did you bring back any souvenirs?
No, nothing on the ring. I got my wife a gold ring after it's all over with.
How much did it cost?
I forgot how much it wasn't in all. She wore it till she died. It got thin, you know. They never did color her hand.
You remember the day the war ended?
Huh?
You remember the day the war ended?
Yeah. It's the 11th day, let's see, 11th month, 11th hour, and 11th, the 11th month, the 11th
Hey.
day and the 11th hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounded awful good to us.
Was there a celebration among the troops? Did you all celebrate?
Well, I guess if we didn't do nothing, only we glad that it was over with. We was on that hike up on that 3 days, and we come to a little town that had been shot up, you know, that we'd taken from the Germans. And they were ringing the bells and making a lot of racket. We heard it before we got in there and found out that the armistice had been signed. That was kind of a happy time for us.
How long did you stay in France after that?
Well, they had taken our company 6 weeks, put us through 6 weeks training. They're going to put us in the Army of Occupation, you see,
Okay.
and got us all ready, and then another company beat us to it somewhere or other, and they got it. I was kind of proud then I got to come home.
How long were you in France altogether?
Huh?
How long were you in France altogether?
I don't remember just exactly. It was about a year or something like that. You see, I was put in as with the instead of when they taken me, why they were working on fast, going through all this training here, you know. They wanted men over there fast, and that's all.
What kind of training did they give you here?
Huh?
What kind of training did they give you?
What kind of training did you have here?
Oh, doggone, had a big old knife about that long on the
Bayonet?
yeah. That was the worst dreaded thing there was, that doggone.
You remember anything else about the battles?
What?
You remember anything else about the battles during the war?
Oh, I can't understand what he said.
Do you remember anything else about the battles?
Oh. No, when we was going out at the front, Northern, why, they knowed the Germans knowed they was a moving us, and before they shot, first they'd shoot shell over there. We could tell the difference. They'd shoot a shell that's full of poison gas, and no, at first it would be a tear gas, or one that would, you couldn't put your gas mask on hardly, you know, and then they'd shoot over the poison gas, you see. And that's all I ever got. One night we was in an old place for taking, you know, and they was shooting them gas shells over there, and before I could get my gas mask on, I got a little whiff of this first, you know. My nose went to bleeding, but I kept it on there. It fit right up in your nose, you see.
You remember the German machine guns?
Huh?
Remember the German machine guns?
The German.
Machine guns?
A machine gun. Yeah, we had machine guns and they had them too. Their machine gun, some way they set, and you could lay flat down a lot of times, and they couldn't reach us. You know, that's what they call training us and tell us. And but ours, well, you had it on your shoulder, you know, and heck, down. But theirs was on something like that thing now, you know.
Yeah.
And a fella, if he's lucky, he'd lay down and they'd shoot over him, you see. They couldn't.
You remember any of the big balloons?
Right?
Remember any of the big balloons?
Did you see any big balloons?
Balloons.
Uh-huh.
Over there? No. Didn't see no balloons.
You remember the ship you came home on? The name of it?
Of
The ship you came home on, do you know the name of
the ship.
you came home on?
Oh, yeah, now, but I forgot it. it was a smaller ship, and we was, let's see, we was 8 days going over, and was 10 days coming back. We was in a smaller ship.
Where did you land at when you got home?
When we got home, over on the east coast there, I forgot. I think it was, well, anyhow, that's where we landed.
Do you remember the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, yeah. Statue of Liberty. That's where we left off, and we went a long way, and we could see that old thing. Kind of made us lonesome. That is, as we left, you know. And of course, come back, it,
Joanne Harmon, please call 227. Joanne Harmon, please call 227.
And you talked about being in Wyoming after the war?
huh?
You talked about being in Wyoming after the war?
Oh, a long time after the war, before I went to Wyoming.
So that might have been World War II, the German prisoners. I don't know. What about when you got back to Missouri? Was there a parade or a celebration when you got home?
I never was in there afraid. I got off in the train here in Mountain View, and I walked, carried my pack out home.
How far did you have to walk from the train to home?
Yeah.
How far from,
Huh?
how far did you live?
About 6 miles. You know where on that road where the Pine Crest is?
Yeah.
Well, I lived about a mile and a half back this way, in Pine Crest.
What happened to your uniform?
Huh?
What happened to your uniform?
What happened
To your uniform?
to my uniform?
Yeah, what happened to it?
I wore it out. Yeah, I wore it out.
His family. Do you want anything about his family?
Yeah. What did you do when you got home?
Went to making ties.
So you were a tie
Cross
hanger.
ties. And my dad and my grandpa, my dad and my wife's dad had planted a patch of corn for me down on the creek. They gave that to us. I went to making ties to live on.
Tell us how you made a tie.
Huh?
Tell us how you made a tie.
Yeah, I bet you never seen a cross tie. There were
I'm
eight.
glad you made that on thing.
At that time, we was making all 8 foot, 6 by 8s. 41 cents a piece. Now the same doggone thing is $12 and something.
How did you make them?
So,
How did you make a tie?
Well, we had the broad axe, they call them. Did you ever see one of these? And then a chopping axe. We'd put that log up there and get on it and score it in so far. And then they'd take the broad axe and hew it.
How long did it take you to make a tie?
Huh?
How long did it take you to make one tie?
Well, it's according to what kind of timber. If I was making a tie that had a lot of knots on it, I'd have to take longer.
Or how many ties could you make in a day?
Well, different. For a long time after I come back, why, I'm going down from here to the bridge over here, that's holler to the left there, you know. I was just full of tie timber. And I made all them ties. And I'd take my team over there and I'd make 12 ties and drag them out and bring them to town the same day.
Okay.
Pretty good day.
But that was good timber.
Yeah.
About $5 a day. What kind of trees made the best ties?
What?
What kind of tree made the best tie?
What kind of tree made the best
Oh.
tie?
The white oak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever build any log houses?
Yeah, there's a lot of log houses around.
Did you ever build one?
No, I built, we built a lumber house when we first got married.
You have children?
Huh?
You have children?
Children, 9 is all.
9 is all.
Yeah, and I had 5 girls and 4 boys.
What were their names?
Huh? What was their name? The oldest one was Thelma. The second one was Deli and Bueller and Julie. That was the girl. And the boys were John, Jim, and Tom, and the baby,
That might-
Clinton.
Clinton.
Uh-huh.
It'd be easy to remember right now.
They've all got good homes in Wyoming now. And doing well.
What did you do after you made ties? Did you, for a living, the rest of your life?
What did I do with them?
Now, what kind of jobs did you have after tie making?
What kind of jobs did you do after you quit making ties?
I plow corn and try to make a crop every year. Corn and wheat, and we always had a good garden. But we done it the hard way. Walking plows.
What did you do in Wyoming?
Huh? What I do in Wyoming?
Yeah.
Well, I hand sawed most of the time. And a sawmill.
Sawmill, okay.
Yeah.
Head sawyer.
The last 3 years I was there, I was on night shift, and I run behind the planer, big planer. And, I had there was 3 grades of that lumber coming out. I had to stack it. you know. It was fast work.
What years were you in Wyoming?
What year did I leave, you mean? Wyoming?
What years were you in Wyoming?
In Wyoming?
How many years? What years were you?
About, I think it was, just like a little bit of being 20 years.
Oh, a long time.
Yeah. And I never missed a payday while I was there.
And when did you come back from Wyoming?
Huh?
When did you come back to Missouri?
1960.
So you might have went in
That
1940.
I was sick. I left up there early that spring, and I was 65 that fall when, and that was a long time ago.
Huh. Why do you think you've lived to be 101?
Huh?
What's your secret to long life?
Why do you
Yeah,
think,
you mean what did I do after I retired?
why do you think you've lived so long?
Why do I think I live so long?
Yes.
Oh, that's a heck of a question. Well, all I can tell you, I've worked hard all my life, but I didn't live a fast life like a lot of them do now. I went, unless I was working on shift, I went to bed early and I got up early. And I didn't drink none.
Did you ever smoke?
Huh?
Did you ever smoke?
Did you ever smoke?
Oh, I chewed tobacco mostly. Yeah. I chewed it 70 years and then quit it.
Huh. You got any advice for young folks?
Huh?
You get,
Do you have any advice for young people? Any advice?
Advice? Well, my advice would be to try to live a Christian life first. And therefore you would take care of your own business and let the other guy take care of their business. That's been why.
Pink is your coat, Miss Gwen. Looks so pretty. Yes, ma'am, you very well.
is there anything else you'd like to add before we end the interview?
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Now, a lot of stuff I've known, but I've forgotten a lot of stuff too.
Forgot more than you.
Either one of you have any questions you want to put on?
No, not really.
When did your wife die?
When
When
did-
did your wife die?
1985.
How old was she
My wife,
when she died?
well, she was young, 1 year younger than I was. if she was living now, she'd be 101 year old. But she was in her 80s, I guess.
Are all your children living?
Huh?
Are all your children living?
All of them lived?
Yes.
No. The boy, he died first. And he was working, and heart trouble got him. He was in his 40s, and the girl was in her 60s, I guess it was, when she died.
How long have you been a resident in a nursing home?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Ever since '84.
Huh.
Let's see.
I must agree with you then.
Huh?
Must agree with you.
Well, I had to agree with it.
That's the secret. That's probably the secret.
My worst trouble while I've been here is dizzy. Dizzy.
Do you belong to the Veterans of Foreign Wars?
Yeah.
How long have you belonged to that?
The Veterans Foreign War.
VFW?
Huh?
The VFW?
Yeah.
How long have you belonged to it?
Yeah, VFW. Let's see. What the heck I was.
You're an old.
I forgot what year that this went in there. I was in.
I know you're a charter member.
Yeah.
The only one we have.
But I forgot what year it was.
Would it have been 1934?
Huh?
Would it have been 1934?
It was sometime on the way back. I don't remember just.
What's the name of the post?
Do you know what the name of the post is? It's Matt Thornton,
Huh?
post 3009.
Not,
3009.
I forgot that. I forgot. That's my trouble. I forget so much.
You remember pretty well.
Yeah, I think you did pretty well.
You do real well.
Well, everything I've told you, I've done my best to tell you the truth, regardless what it was.
Yeah.
I've done my best to do that.
Did real good. Real good.
Yeah, I guess that'll end the interview here, but I want to get